In today's tutorial, I'll be taking you step by step for absolute beginners how to crochet this cute baby's romper. This will fit a baby for 0 to 3 months, and the course of the tutorial I'll be giving you various sizes on how to make this bigger. Now we're going to make this in 4 major steps. We're going to start by working on our waistband, and later on we're going to proceed to working on the diaper section, and thirdly we're going to work on the legs opening and work on the ruffles. And the fourth part of our work, we're going to come and work on the stripes and the ruffles, and that'll be that. And all my tutorials are bilingual, English and French. Now, Shalom Crocheters, welcome to my channel, Zoe CrochetR. I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers and all my returning viewers. God bless you. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Zoe CrochetR. And one more way you can encourage me is by becoming a member. Now, without further ado, get set all your materials and let's get started. Now, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Okay, we're going to begin, and this is the yarn I'm working with. It is a yeye yarn. It is a Nigerian brand yarn. It is 40 grams. It is a net weight yarn. Yes, so just take it like that. And you can see it is really not very thick. It is a lightweight yarn, and I'm working with 2 crochet hooks for this project. Yes, so along the line I'm going to switch, so just keep on working with me, and we're going to see I'm working with the 2.5 and the 3mm size hook. I'm going to need our scissors, our stitch markers, measuring tape to take our needles, our tapestry needle to weave in our end. So let's get started. Okay, I'll start with the 2.5mm size hook, and to begin our baby's dress we're going to start by creating our slip knot. And into the ring that we just created, we're going to insert a hook. And now you want to make sure that your yarn, your hook is flexible around your work, okay? Not too loose, not too tight, just normal. And we're going to start with a foundation chain of 105, and this chain is our baby's waist circumference, okay? So to make a chain, you want to yarn over and pull through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to keep going until we have a total of 105 chains, and I'm going to insert on the screen the various measurements, okay? Okay, here I have my 105 chains, and of course it measures 44 centimeters, okay? So 44 centimeters is for 0 to 3 months. Now we are going to proceed with our work. So right now you're going to come into this second chain. You can see we have this first chain that is attached to your hook. Come to the second chain next to it, and we're going to make a single crochet. So insert your hook into that chain and yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. This is a single crochet. Into the next chain you're going to repeat the same thing. Insert your hook and yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops in your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. This is a single crochet. Into the next chain you're going to repeat the same thing. And good, you're just going to repeat this all through, and I'll meet you at the end of the chain here, okay? And must not forget to work in this last chain here. So you go ahead and make your last single crochet there. And here we go, we've completed this single crochet row, and at the end of the single crochet row we should have a total of 104 stitches, okay? So right now we're going to join both ends. And right now you're going to come in this first stitch that we did, insert your hook in that first stitch, grab both loops, yarn over and make a slip stitch to join both ends. And here we are, we have a beautiful band, and of course this band measures 44 centimeters. This is the waist circumference for baby for 0 to 3 months. And yes, to make this baby's romper we're going to need approximately 80 grams of yarn, okay? So yes, we're going to proceed now with the next part of our work. You want to go ahead and chain 1, and into that same stitch you're going to make a double crochet. So to make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. You're left with 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. This is how we make a double crochet. Into the next stitch you're going to make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, and yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. You're left with 2, yarn over and pull out 2 loops. Into the next stitch make 1 double crochet, yarn over, and always cap both loops. Okay, you can see we're capping both loops. Yarn over, pull out 2 loops and pull out 2 loops. And this is the only thing we're going to repeat all through this. We're going to make a 1 double crochet in each stitch, and it is always important to mark that first stitch. Okay, so you're going to insert your stitch marker and mark that first stitch. And we have this last piece here. We're going to make the last double crochet there. And when we get here, we're just going to take off our stitch marker. We're going to insert our hook in that stitch and make a slip stitch. Good. And here we have completed our row number 1 of double crochet, and at the end of this row we should still have a total of 104 stitches. Always count your stitches. Okay, you must always have the same number of stitches, and you must make sure that your stitches here be in even numbers. So we're going to begin the next row. So you want to go ahead and chain 1. I'm going to come beneath this double crochet here and make a front post double crochet. So yarn over and insert your hook from behind like this and push the stitch in front. Right, you can see this way it gives us behind, and yarn over and make a front post double crochet, yarn over into the next stitch. We're going to make a back post double crochet. So you can see direction of the hook changes. This is what we have from back and behind, and yarn over and I'm going to make a back post double crochet, yarn over into the next stitch. You make a front post. Okay, this is just going to be a repeat row. A front post double crochet, yarn over into the next stitch. You make a back post double crochet, yarn over into the next stitch. You make a front post double crochet, and into the next stitch you make a back post double crochet. And yes, you're just going to repeat this all through, and I'll meet you at the end here to show what we're going to do next. Okay, so you want to go ahead and insert your stitch marker, and when we get to this end here, we have this last here. You want to make the last back post double crochet there. So you see I started with the front post and I'm ending on the back post. This is not a stitch, this is the chain 1. Okay, so you just go ahead now and take off your stitch marker and come into that first stitch and make a slip stitch. Oh wow, and see we have a very beautiful band here, and from this is just going to be our repeat row. Okay, so you want to chain 1 and come into the front post and repeat the same thing. Make a front post, okay, double crochet, yarn over the back post or the previous row, make a back post double crochet there. Okay, into the front post you make a front post double crochet, yarn over into the back post, you make a back post double crochet. So the front post gets a front post and the back post gets a back post. Okay, so we're just going to repeat this, and when we come at this end here we'll make a slip stitch. We're going to insert our stitch marker and mark that stitch. And yes, this is the only thing we're going to make, and we're going to complete this row number 3 together. So I'm just going to come here and take off a stitch marker and make a slip stitch. Good. And here we are done with this part of front post and back post double crochet, and we did a total of 3 rows. Okay, this is a total of 3 rows. Now we are done with this part, and we'll just go ahead and fasten off. We're just going to go and fasten off. We're going to fasten off a end, and we're going to weave in this end. Okay, we're going to weave in this end. Now I'm going to allow my work like this. This part is going to come up. Okay, this is going to be, this how my work is going to face, and now we're going to come down here and continue working. So you want to just turn your work. You can see where we started with the single crochet row, right? We have this loop here, and you see it's on this other side, right? So this other side here, just go there and just sew it there. Just connect it like this and come back on this other side. And now you can see both ends are joined to the right. Both ends are joined. Now we're going to start working from, so this part like this, don't bother, we're going to weave in all of this. So this part like this is going to be up, right? This will face up and this one will face down. So go ahead and insert your hook. I'm going to switch to my 3mm size hook, and now we're going to start. I want to still start in that same line where we've been working. So just locate it and turn your work like this. Just locate that line and insert your hook there. I want to bring you your yarn. See, this is how we connect the line. Just come beneath like this, okay, and bring that to in front. And now chain 1, and in here you're going to make a single crochet. So make a single crochet, okay, into the next space, make a single crochet. I want to walk along my chain, so you can see this is where we're working, up here, here, and here, and here. So make a single crochet, into the next stitch, make a single crochet. You want to mark that first stitch, good, and you're just going to keep on making one single crochet all through, and I'll meet you at the end here. Okay, so yes, we have this last one here. Just need to make a single crochet there. Take off a stitch marker. I'll make a slip stitch in that first stitch. And here we have completed this single crochet row. At the end of this single crochet row, we must have also a total of 104 stitches. Always count your stitches. Okay, once we are done with this, we're going to start a pattern, and we're going to work in the herringbone stitch, also known as the lemon stitch. Very practical stitch. Now you want to go ahead and chain 1, and of course this is our first stitch. Go ahead and make a single crochet in that stitch. You start with a single crochet, and into the next stitch you make a double crochet. Make a double crochet. Into the next stitch you make a single crochet. Another. Into the next stitch you make a double crochet. I'll show you one more time. Into the next stitch you make a single crochet, and into the next stitch you make a double crochet. Okay, and this is going to be our repeat row. You make a single crochet, a double crochet, and repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end of this row, and you must insert your stitch marker to mark that first stitch. Okay, at the end of this row I have 2 stitches left. I just did a double crochet here. I'm going to make a single crochet here, and into the last stitch I'm going to make a double crochet. So now you can see that we started with a single crochet, and here we are ending with a double crochet. Okay, it must always be like that. A double crochet has to be close with a single crochet, and once we get here, we're just going to take off a stitch marker and insert a hook and make a slip stitch. And here we go, we have completed with this first row. So clean. Now we're going to begin next on row number 2. You want to chain 1, okay, and turn your work. Now you must always remember, here we stopped with a double crochet. What needs to come here is a single crochet, okay? So you're going to insert your hook and make a single crochet in that stitch, and on that single crochet yarn over and make a double crochet, okay? Into the next stitch, make a single crochet. Into the next stitch, make a double crochet. Into the next stitch, make a single crochet, and into the next stitch you make a double crochet. And once you get to this end here, we have our 2 stitches left. Don't forget to work in this stitch. Remember, this is a stitch where we did the chain 1, and we always work at this in this stitch at the end of the row. Please don't forget that. Now here we have a double crochet, so we're going to come here and make a single crochet, okay? And in the last stitch here we're going to make a double crochet. I think you understand it now. Remember, here we started our row with a single crochet. So right now we're going to take off a stitch marker, insert a hook and make a slip stitch. And this is what we have so far. This is so beautiful. Now we're going to begin a 3rd row. This is just going to be a repeat row, okay? And yes, so you want to chain 1 and turn your work, okay? And you remember, here we stopped with a double crochet, so you can see it is very visible. This is a double crochet, so into that double crochet we're going to make a single crochet. So go ahead and make a single crochet, and into the single crochet yarn over and make a double crochet, okay? This is just everything. So make a single crochet, yarn over and make a double crochet, into the next stitch make a single crochet, and then you can see there's a single crochet, make a double crochet there. I mean, this is really so fun making, and yes, you want to go ahead and mark that first stitch. From here to here, we need from the waistband to this area here, we need a total of 12 centimeters. So you're just going to repeat this pattern 2 and 4 until you have 12 centimeters. If you're making for a baby for 0 to 3 months, don't worry, I'll insert on the screen the various measurements, okay? So keep on working. Okay, yeah, I've completed this area, and of course I have a total of 12 centimeters. Now from here we are going to start doing our reductions, okay? Now this is why I ended working, right? And you can see that on this other end here I have inserted my stitch marker. That's because I have divided my work into equal parts. So from here to here I have a total of 52 stitches, okay? And from here to here I have a total of 52 stitches. That gives us 104 stitches. So I just divided my work into equal parts, right? So now we're going to start working, and this is the back part. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work, okay? And now we're going to start working on this other side, of course. So this side is going to be our back part. Yes, so you want to go ahead and just repeat your pattern. So here we ended with here is a double crochet. We're going to make a single crochet there, followed by double crochet, followed by single crochet, followed by double crochet. And yes, once you go ahead and insert your stitch marker, and yes, we're just going to repeat this, and I'll meet you here where we have the stitch marker, okay? When we get here, we're going to take off a stitch marker, and we're going to make, so it ends here with a double crochet. Alright, now we're going to begin the next row, and from here we're going to start our reduction. So chain 1 and turn your work, and here we're going to be making reductions twice in the beginning and twice in the end, at the end here. So to make a reduction, yarn over. This is our first stitch. Insert your hook into that first stitch and yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Come into the next stitch, the single crochet. Insert your hook and yarn over and pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull off 4 loops. So this is our first reduction. We're going to the 2 stitches again. We're going to repeat the same thing. Yarn over, insert your hook and yarn over and pull through. Come into the next stitch, insert your hook and yarn over. You have 4 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull off 4 loops. Here we have so here we have reduced twice, right? And now you want to insert your stitch marker and mark that first stitch. Go ahead and mark that first stitch. Right now our next stitch is a double crochet. So in that double crochet we're going to make a single crochet. So go ahead and make a single crochet and yarn over. Into the next stitch is a single crochet, so make a double crochet. Okay, so we're just going to repeat our pattern and I'll meet you here where we have 4 stitches left here at the end. Okay, so keep on working. Okay, once you get at the end here we have our 4 stitches left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make a double half. We're going to make a reduction just as we did in the beginning. Set your hook and yarn over. Into the next stitch, insert your hook and yarn over and pull through. You have 4 loops, yarn over and pull off 4 loops. Repeat the same thing. Good. We're going to begin row number 3, chain 1 and turn. And this row number 3, we're going to repeat what we did here. We're going to make a double crochet. We're going to make a reduction twice also. Set your hook, come to the next stitch and pull off 4 loops. We're going to repeat the same thing. Yarn over, set your hook, yarn over, and you want to insert your stitch marker and mark that stitch. And now you're going to keep on working. You must check, this is a double crochet, so we're going to put a single crochet in there and a double crochet. Okay, we're going to repeat our pattern and I'll meet you at the end of this row when we have 4 stitches at the end here. Okay, once you get here we have our 4 stitches left. We're going to repeat and make a reduction twice in those 4 stitches, just as we did in the beginning. And to take stitch marker. Good. Now we are going to begin at row number 4, chain 1 and turn. And from row number 4, unlike the 2 previous rows, we're going to be making a reduction just once at the beginning and once at the end. Okay, so you want to yarn over and make a beginning, so make a reduction, come to the next stitch and make a reduction, and into the next stitch. This is a double crochet. You're going to make a single crochet, just make a stitch normally. Okay, I want to go ahead and mark that stitch. So you're just going to repeat your pattern and I'll meet you at the end here where we have 2 stitches left here. Okay, at the end here we have 2 stitches left here. Take off a stitch marker and we're going to make a half double crochet. We're going to make a reduction just once and good. Now we're going to begin row number 5, and from now this is just going to be our repeat row. Okay, so yarn over and into that first stitch, set your hook and come to the next stitch. You have 4 loops in your hook, pull off 4 loops, and yes, this is a single crochet, so you make a double crochet and you make a single crochet and you make a double crochet, and yes, we're just going to repeat this sequence all through. So as from here, we're making reduction just at the beginning and the end, and we're going to reduce until this part below here measures 7 centimeters, right? Okay, here I have achieved my objective, and I've reduced it until I have a total of 7 centimeters. Now I want to make one more row, okay? And this one more row, I'm not going to make any increase here, and no decrease. So single crochet, goes in here, a double crochet. Okay, so we're just going to make one extra row of no increase. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this and I'll meet you at the end here. When you're done with this extra row, you can fasten off your yarn, and we're going to start with the front part. Okay, now we have done with the back part. We're going to work now in the front part, and of course in front here I have a total of 52 stitches. Okay, so you can see that this stitch here is already used. You're going to come here where it is free, and you're going to insert your hook there. Bring your yarn, and for the front part we're going to start our reductions from the very first row. Okay, so you want to chain 1, and we're going to make a reduction twice at the beginning and twice at the end. Okay, so here another, I make the first reduction, and do it one more time. We have it already, and now into the next stitch we're going to make a pattern. So this is a double crochet, so we're going to put a single crochet there. Good. So you're going to repeat this, and I'll meet you at the end here where we have 4 stitches left. Okay, we get at the end of this first row, we have 4 stitches here. We're going to make a reduction twice also. So this is the first time. We're going to make it for the second time. Good. Here we have completed our row number 1, and for the front we're going to begin at row number 2. You want to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to repeat what we just did here. Okay, so we're going to make a reduction twice in the beginning and twice at the end. So make it twice in the beginning here. This is the first reduction. I make it the second time. And I just continue with your stitch. This is a single crochet, so a double crochet comes in here, followed by a single crochet. Good. And now you know the pattern, right? So we are going, this is row number 2. When you get at the end of row number 2 here, you also make a reduction here twice, and we're going to repeat this for a total of 2 more rows. Okay, 2 more rows. So this is our row number 2. You make this row number 3 and row number 4, and I'll meet you at the end of row number 4 to tell what we're going to do next. Okay, here we have completed our 4 rows, doing a reduction twice at the beginning and twice at the end. Now we're going to begin at row number 5, and this time around we're going to make a reduction just once at the beginning and once at the end here. So you want to yarn over and make a reduction once here. Okay, you make it just once, and of course we have a single crochet here. Go ahead. Okay, and go ahead. And right now you're just going to repeat this. You walk, and when you get here you make a crochet reduction once and repeat your pattern. So immediately we have the same width as we have here up here also, right? Next, even if you don't have the same, even if it's not yet the same length, just stop doing the reductions, and all you have to do is you're just going to make a normal, you're just going to make your pattern without reduction, just as we did in the last row, right? Until you have the same length. Okay, so you must well have the same length as here, as the back, right? So keep on working. So here we go. You can see we have the, you can see that here we have the same length, and I stopped where you see my stitch marker is where I stopped doing the decreases, right? So I just stopped here because of course I had achieved the length, the width. You can see we have 7 centimeters, just as we have beneath here we have 7 centimeters. So when I achieved my 7 centimeters here, I just stopped decreasing, right? I stopped decreasing and I just did normal so that I can have the same length on the back part, right? So I just want to try to see how much, how the length. We have a total length of 20 centimeters here. Now once you are done with this, we're going to join both ends. So you want to turn your work and we're going to connect both ends from inside. Go ahead and insert your hook in this first stitch or this other end. Insert your hook there and bring in your working yarn. Bring it inside your work. And you want to chain one, okay, and into the next stitch insert your hook and grab the next stitch on this other side, insert your hook there and make a slip stitch. Okay, come into the next, insert your hook and come to the next on this other side behind here, insert your hook and make a slip stitch, and come here and behind here, insert your hook and yarn over and you make a slip stitch. See, both ends have been joined, so you're just going to repeat this often. Come with this stitch, go and chain one, and don't fasten off that yarn. Okay, turn back your work. Oh wow, oh wow, can you see? That's what it looks like from inside. Right now we are going to start working on our ruffles, right? So you want to chain one, and into that same space you're going to make 3 double crochet. So yarn over and make 3 double crochet. So this is 1 and 2, 3. Okay, 3. Now you come to this next space here and you make 3 double crochet here. So 1, 2 and 3. Yarn over, come to this next space and make 3 double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Come to this next space and make 3 double crochet there. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you're just going to repeat making 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet. Just make it all around here and I'll meet you at the end here. Okay, so keep on working. And when we get at the end here, we're just going to make a slip stitch. And here we are, we've completed this first row of our ruffles. We're going to start the next row, chain 1 and turn. And yes, we're going to make another row of ruffles here. So you're going to make 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet. So here you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Into the next stitch you make 1 double crochet, into the next stitch you make 2 double crochet, and into the next stitch you make 1 double crochet. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this all through. You alternate between 2 1 2 1, and I'll meet you at the end here. And here we go. We've completed row number 2. We're going to chain 1 and begin row number 3. And this time row number 3, we're just going to be making 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Alright, so just go ahead and make 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet all through, and this is going to be our last row for our ruffle, and the same thing that we're going to repeat on this other side. Okay, so go ahead and repeat this, and we're going to meet and see what it looks like. Now once you're done with this lower part, we're going to start now with the upper part. Okay, now you can see that when I had inserted my stitch markers at, at the extremes, this is the middle, right? This is my middle work. So just go ahead and insert your stitch marker on both extremes like this. We're going to turn our work, and we're going to work on the stripes behind. Yes, I'm going to explain to you the reasons for the stitch markers. Now this stitch marker is the middle part of my back work, of my back. Okay, so this is the middle. Here I have 11 front posts. I'm counting just the front post. Here I have 11 front posts, and here also I have 11 front posts. Okay, and this is my middle stitch. Now this is what we're going to do. From this middle stitch, you're going to count 1 2 3, and into the fourth front post, go ahead and you're going to mark that stitch. So you're going to insert your stitch marker into that stitch, mark the stitch. Okay, and counting from here, you're going to count 1 2 3 and 4, and into the fourth you're going to mark that stitch. So into the fourth here, you're going to insert your stitch marker mark. So we have 1 2 3 and 4, and you're going to come on this side and do the same thing. 1 2 3, and into the fourth you want to mark that stitch. Okay, and you're going to count 1 2 3 4, and of course you're going to mark that stitch. So this is just everything. So now let's start working. So you want to come here, insert your stitch marker, insert your hook, and bring it again, bring the tail in front. You want to chain 3 1 2 and 3, and this chain 3 here represents our first double crochet. Yarn over, and into that back post you're going to make a back post double crochet, yarn over, and make the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. See, we have worked. So you see we have worked 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? Now you want to chain 3 1 2 and 3, and turn your work and make a front post, and you're just going to repeat this. The last one, see, this is just everything we're going to make. And now you chain 3 1 2 and 3, and yes, you're just going to repeat this sequence, and I'll give you the length that you need. That's just everything we're going to make here, and now we can take off the stitch markers. On this other side, we're also going to make the same thing. So in this stitch, you're just going to go and you're going to connect your work. I'm going to chain 3 1 2 and 3. The chain 3 represents our first stitch, and go ahead and make the second. You make the third, you make the fourth, you make the fourth, the 5th, the 6th, and yes, here we have number 7. See, we also have 7 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and all you have to do is chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and you're going to repeat this. Okay, so this is just how we are going to work the stripes for the back. Now let me give you the measurement that we're going to need. So for this part, we're going to work and we're going to need a total length of 38 centimeters. All right, from here we are going to work on our buttonholes just as I've done the other side here. Okay, so right there I really chain 1. You want to come here, you're going to make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, you chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and skip 3 stitches, 1 2 3, and come in here, you make a single crochet, and into the last stitch you make the last single crochet, chain 1 and turn, you make 1 single crochet, make number 2 single crochet, and in here where we did the 3 chains, we're going to make 3 single crochets here. So this is 1 2 and 3, and we have 2 stitches left. You make a single crochet, make a single crochet, and you make a single crochet, and yes, at the end of this row we still have a total of 7 stitches. And now to close this row, you're just going to come beneath here and make a slip stitch. Here we go, you're done with this part. And here we have our buttonholes. Now from here we are going to start working on our ruffles. Okay, so we're going to work in these stitches here. You can see they're really very visible, right? So come beneath here and insert your hook. I'm going to start the way we started here. So go ahead and chain 3, 1 2 and 3, and this chain 3 represents our first stitch. Go ahead and make 2 more double crochet. So this is 2 and 3. You have 3 stitches, yarn another, and come to the next space and make 3 double crochet there, 1 2 and 3, come to the next space and make 3 double crochet, 1 2 and 3. Right, so you're just going to repeat this. So you're going to keep on make 3 double crochet in each of the spaces, and once you get here you're going to skip 1. You can see these 2 stitches here, 1 2 3 4 5, and into number 6. Right, into number 6 here, go ahead and insert your stitch marker. Okay, right now we're going to begin row number 2. So you want to chain 1 and turn, and you want to skip this first stitch, come to this next and make 1 double crochet here, make 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, into the next stitch you make 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch you make 2 double crochet, 1 and 2. Okay, so you're going to repeat this all through this row. You make 1 2 1 2. Okay, once we are done with this, once you're done with the last stitch here, we're just going to come here beneath here and make a slip stitch. Okay, so go ahead, just insert your hook here and make a slip stitch, and we have something like this. Okay, so go ahead and fasten up your yarn. I'm just going to repeat this on this other side. And yes, we're done. So just 2 rows is good. You're going to come on this other side and you put the same thing that we did here. And once you're done with this, I'll teach you how to do the headbands. Okay, so go ahead and keep on working. Yeah, so amazing. Let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section below. Now I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful bow as you see. Okay, in the next tutorial I will link this as the part 2 for our work. So after doing your baby's romper, do want to check my description box below and you're going to have the link to this tutorial. Very easy and practical for absolute beginners. Yes, thank you so very much for working with me. Let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comment section below. And I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you for liking and sharing. I see my tutorials being watched on WhatsApp and Facebook. Greatly thanks to you. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, do well to subscribe. And each time subscribe, to turn the notification button so you don't miss any of my tutorials. Always be the first to see, like, and share. And one more way you can support me is by becoming a member. So you want to become a member, write in the comment section below member. I will get to work on that. And if you're a stay-at-home mom like me, I encourage you to work from home, and I pray God bless the work of your hands. Now write in the comment section below what you want us to work on. I do read your comments and I try my best to reply as much as possible. I'll meet you in the next tutorial. Now stay blessed. God bless you. God prosper you. Shalom.